What a great shot.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. And Ian Poulter going for the green on his second shot. That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Oh, a bit unfortunate. Wasn't able to avoid the sand trap.
Well, that's a little absurd, that, Rich. That shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact.
Well, that's the best that was going to be on the fringe.
Not too bad. All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Frank, for players looking to improve their putting, what are some of the training methods they can use?
I think speed is always is a good one when you get on the putting green and you just practice trying to putt inside that 3-foot circle, because in the end all sports are the same. You're trying to focus in on the destination where that ball has to be delivered, whether it's tennis inside the court or basketball inside the rim. Putting's no different. As you get further and further away from the hole, then you just make an acceptable size circle that you're trying to putt within. So pace, very important. And a great start.
Frank, you need to be a bit of a rock climber just to get to this second tee. 445-yard hole. What a view. That is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from that.
Now the approach shot from Ian Poulter.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Getting set now over the putt. That one drops for a birdie. So a tester from 4 feet. Good putt. Now on to the third, first of the short holes here at Wolf Creek. Uphill shot, Frank?
Yes, it's going to play a little longer because of that. Then it's 227 yards off the back tee. Hard to imagine you have a par 3 in amongst this desert. And really, that's all it is. Tee and green. There's not much in between. Well protected, as you can see, by those bunkers. And this green a little smaller than what you'd like for a hole that's around that 230-yard mark.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. Frank, what's the best way to get at the golf ball when it's sitting down just a bit in the rough?
You have to accept the fact, first and foremost, that you're not going to get clean contacts. You have to decide whether the ball's going to come out short or it's going to fly. Because very rarely will it come out the normal distance of what you hit on the fairway. So if it's a little thin and wispy, chances are it might fly. If it's nestled down, you're going to have to take at least another club.
He wins the hole. Oh, what a beautiful roll right there. Dead center. Here at the fourth, 383 yards from the back tee. It's a dogleg right, but Frank, looking at all of those bunkers, you could really make a mess of this hole if you stray.
You can. That's why you've got to simplify it. Just something there that's going to find the fairway. Even like 3-wood and a wedge, that's really all this hole's going to require. Avoid the canyons on the left and the desert, as well as just, I don't know how many bunkers there is on the right side. So a little bit of fairway up the left, find that there, and really you should be looking at a birdie putt.
All right, the approach shot is on the green, but he'll have a very testy putt coming up. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. See if he's up to the task. Trying to win the hole here. Just misses. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Not a problem from there, right in the middle. Now to the par 5, fifth hole. Cut it over the ridge here, Frank?
Well, if you can, if you dare. And there is actually a stream here. I know we're in the middle of a desert, but if you can clear that stream, that's the main thing. This is a crazy-looking tee shot because it looks like you want to go down that left, down that canyon area, but if you don't know the exact distance you fly the ball, then you're going to be in lots and lots of problems. Those collection of 3 bunkers down the right side, as long as you can avoid that, then that second shot to this par 5, that's not overly long, it's just under 500 yards, is certainly reachable. Second shot will play uphill to a elevated green with, once again, 3 different levels.
Frank, what's it going to take here on this approach at the par 5?
Well, some people might actually try and bounce it in between those 2 bunkers and run the ball up on the green, but personally, I'd try and actually take a hybrid or something with a little bit more loft and try and fly the ball. Take those 2 bunkers out of play. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. That one is in the bunker. See if they can let loose with a good one here from 160 yards. Second shot. Good-looking shot right here. And it makes the green in regulation. Routine stuff here, Frank, from the bunker?
You just got to be careful of that lip in front of him with his third shot coming up.
It's a pretty big putt right here to win the hole. Ooh, almost fell, just a few inches from dropping.
Sometimes the game just isn't fair.
Go ahead and do that for birdie. Just a tap in to finish the hole. He's made it. Frank, standing on the 6th tee and looking out at this golf course, I can't help but think that if you hit it offline here, you're going to be playing golf with the Billy Goats.
Yeah, you might actually turn into a billy goat come the end of the day, that's for sure. The huge elevation changes once again are apparent here at the 6th. It is a dogleg to the right, not really a driver unless you want to sort of bring that creek into play or that little stream that cuts across. Second shot, a little bit uphill. Those bunkers are really where you shouldn't go. We all know that. And this green is anything other than flat. A fun-looking hole, too, and a fun hole to play.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Birdie attempt coming up for Ian. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
If he makes it, he wins the hole. And that gives him the hole. Now on to the par 4 7th hole. Is this a reachable par 4, Frank?
Distance-wise, you would think so, but the designer has done something to avoid that, and that's put all this water in front of the green. It would take a mammoth tee shot, and that's something like 300 yards through the air if you're going to try and even drive this green. Is the risk worth it? Well, if you're just playing with your friends, maybe it is. Otherwise, you just lay it up, just past those those bunkers on the right and the left. Get it down there on the flat. A little pitch you would think is simple, but because of the slope of this fairway, chances are you might not get a flat line, and it's going to make that second shot that much harder.
What was he thinking there?
I have no earthly idea. Rich, I think he's going for a different green. Are we on the wrong hole?
That's not a green in regulation. That's a green in miscalculation.
can win the hole on this putt.
Great effort. A little too strong. It didn't take the break.
He's got a birdie chance now coming back.
If he makes it, he wins the hole.
He wins the hole. That has to feel good. That's a birdie. Frank, the par 3/8 really is Wolf Creek in a nutshell. It's hard and it's really pretty.
It is, and it's really long too. Just under 250 yards off that back tee. Slight bit of elevation, but you can see from the tee, obviously, where you don't want to go and where you do go. If you're a little, tender of heart, then aim for the right side and avoid all that water down the left.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it's a rather poor approach shot.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
That was not a very good read right there. Ian Poulter to win the hole. Right off the edge. Wow.
That hurts.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts.
Trying to get out of here without too many bumps and bruises. This one is for bogey.
Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
This would give the hole to Ian Poulter. And that gives him the hole.
Did the job right there. Finishing up this front side here at the par 4 ninth, 390 yards. And what are we looking at, Frank?
Well, it looks relatively straightforward, but it's anything other than that. Decision time again. Do you lay it up into that wide area of the fairway? If you're a longer hitter and you are out here to have a little bit of fun, then maybe you want to take the head cover off because you get a little bit of an advantage if you can drive it over that last bunker on that right side, or at least take that out of play, because you're only going to have a short pitch in here.
And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
He'll need to be strong with this.
Well, that's what separates the good players from the great players. The ability to get it that close from that kind of lie. This would be a nice birdie for Ian Poulter.
Has it. That's birdie.
So a tester from 4 feet.
Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back nine, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle. And about 1 1/4 left to the hole. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Here now the second shot, 100 yards away. This for birdie. Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
See if he's up to the task. Trying to win the hole here. Wow, that hurt.
It did. Shot gone forever.
And he makes it for par. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
We're here at the downhill par 3 11th hole. Frank, it's 215 yards from the back tee.
This hole certainly is not for the faint of heart. When you look at that tee shot, you think, oh my God, what do I do from here? But remind yourself, it's 215 yards and really only about 160, 170 yards to green grass again. But it's 215 yards. That should be the club that you're trying to pick. Green's big enough, just persuade yourself though. Try not to look at the canyon and the desert. There is a green down there. The hole is playable. Really, this is an awkward length.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
It's a pretty big putt right here to win the hole.
He wins the hole, and he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
From a par 3 to a par 5 here at the 12th. It measures 560 yards, a sweeping dogleg left, and there is some trouble down that left side.
This is a scary tee shot. There's no two ways about it, Rich. You've got to get the ball in play because you can really rack up a good score here. That water very much in play. Doesn't matter what club you decide to hit off the tee. 560 yards actually is reachable, believe it or not. But you've got to get it on the fairway. You don't really have to be too brave and try and take too much over there. The other thing, too, to consider about is this green is nearly half the length of an NFL football field. It is 55 yards from the front of this green to the back of the green.
Set up in the fairway, 200 yards from here.
Oh, this is right at it.
Outstanding strike right there, right off the center of the club face, and a good chance for birdie. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5.
Should be safely on deck.
see if Poulter can jumpstart his round with an eagle. Well, he's done it. That's an eagle right there. Tremendous effort. This one just requires a little bit of focus. And drops it in. Thirteenth hole, and Frank, Wolf Creek is really kind of a macho golf course because you can stand on a tee like this and say, you know what? I'm going to take this one over the mountains.
And then, if you do, then you flip the coin. Is it in play or is it out of play? This is one hole. You just you realize you're in the middle of the desert, that's for sure. And one hole that you think, well, if I play this hole a couple of times, I might just get the hang of it.
Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet.
Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
He can win the hole on this putt.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Just 5 feet left. Good putt.
Standing over his birdie putt.
Now to the 14th hole, and Frank, this is probably the best par 4 here at Wolf Creek.
It's certainly the hole that they take the most photographs on, Rich, and you can see why. Great vantage point of the whole golf course. The hole's just sort of littered with bunkers down the left side, so you know where not to go once again. Go to the right side of that. Hole just keeps sort of hooking around that left side. It plays under 450 yards. It's fun. Just sort of draw it a little off the tee, draw it a little into the green, and you'll be fine.
Ian Poulter going for the green on his second shot.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Birdie attempt coming up for Ian.
Okay, partner, what's the right play into the green here at 14?
This one, Rich, you'd actually like to go green backwards, because if you look at the green first, it's got 3 distinct levels. It's the low point at the back there, and then there's a high point in the middle, and then obviously the front of the green. So you've got to know exactly where that second shot's going to land. Plus, chances are you're going to be playing that second shot with the ball slightly above the feet. Therefore, the tendency for a right-hander is that ball to be coming in with a draw. So be very cognizant of that.
If he makes it, he wins the hole. And that gives him the hole.
You love them, the birdies, and that's another one. Here at the 15th hole here at Wolf Creek, bit of a breather here. Nice, short par 3. You don't want to miss this green.
No, that's the temptation there. If you try and bite off a little too much because it looks a little too easy, then a bogey here and you're in a bad mood all of a sudden at Wolf Creek.
It's in! He made an ace, Frank. Can you believe it? Wow. 130 yards left now. Frank, golf may be the best sport to follow from this standpoint. You can get closer to the great athlete in golf than you can in any other sport. You could stand 5 feet from Tiger Woods at a tee box as he's getting ready to drive. I mean, that's really unusual in sports.
Yeah, it's a different type of spectator sport, especially if you follow your favorite player all the way around the golf course. Because it's not like waiting for your favorite hitter in a baseball game. You know, you've got to wait several innings. You can literally see him hit every single shot, drive through to putt.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse, good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy. Second shot.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here.
It's at sneaky distance. Oh, now that is going to hurt.
If he makes it, he wins the hole.
Ian Poulter takes the hole. That's how you keep a round going, make them from that distance. Now to the 17th, par 5 here at Wolf Creek Golf Club.
Yeah, dogleg left. Tee shot obviously has to be played short of that creek down there. It's still going to be a reachable hole, even though this hole's sort of around the 550, 560 mark. But because you've got to play short of that stream, it's going to leave a lengthy second shot, and you've got to get the distance right on the button. Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle nosed down.
Can't even see it from here.
And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
Ball is down a bit in that second cut, and 180 yards still to go. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. And setting up here in the rough. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Yeah, an eagle. What a putt.
Well, they don't come around too often. Opportunities for eagle. You want to seize it if you get the chance. This is a good one here.
He's made it. Finishing hole here at Wolf Creek is only 307 yards. Frank, where's the trouble here?
Short and to the right of this par 4. Really, there's a multitude of options off this tee. You could hit an iron, you could hit a fairway wood. Even some might try and hit a driver, but that's a little too risky. There's too many problems up ahead if you try and take this hole on. Really, a short club off the tee, leaving yourself some area of 100, 70 yards, and you're going to be putting for birdie more often than not. Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. Extra stroke at it after going into the water. Now on to his third shot after the last one went into the water. Frank, this is one you don't practice, but sometimes you have to do it. Time for the drop.
Yeah, it should be the easiest shot in golf. You've just paid for it.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. This would give the hole to Ian Poulter. Be very happy with that one.
Yeah, lag putt, I mean, really, it's unrealistic to try and make those. So anytime you can two-putt from there is a good result.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
Right in the heart.
Ian Poulter to win the hole.
He wins the hole. Frank, you and I have covered golf around the world. I have never seen anything quite like Wolf Creek Golf Club here in Nevada.
I didn't think you could build a golf course in this sort of area like this, but they have, and they've succeeded. It's a wonderful course to play. It's so pleasing on the eye. The fact that you get to play across canyons and over desert ridges and across water, all in one little place. It really is an oasis, but more importantly, Rich, it's fun.
And the golf we saw was every bit as good as this magnificent desert backdrop. For my partner, Frank Nobilo, and all of us here at EA Sports, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now from Wolf Creek Golf Club. Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Located in Alberta, Canada, the Banff Springs Golf Club is a sight to see. Just spectacular views around every corner and challenging holes that will test every level of player. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports on the call today.
Frank, how would you describe this layout here at Banff Springs?
Well, Rich, the holes gently roll along the Bow River underneath those magnificent snow-capped peaks of Sulphur Mountain, Mount Rundle, and the other one in the distance is Tunnel Mountain. The greens range from these huge, massive, expansive sort of surfaces to small and flat, so very diverse.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
160-yard shot. Good-looking shot right here. He'll need to be strong with this.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
The inimitable Miguel Angel Jimenez has this for par.
Well, that wasn't a gimme, but it sure made it look easy.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
And he has it for birdie. And now he has this for the birdie. Has it. Good putt right there.
So off the long par 3/10, we are at the 11th hole, 417-yard par 4, Frank.
It looks like a straightaway par 4, Rich, but if anything, the hole actually bends to the left, and you really want to follow that natural contour of that. Just sort of draw it off those bunkers on the right, or just simply carry it over the ones on the left. But ideally, down the left side, it avoids that pine tree that's further down.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
Second shot for Miguel Angel Jimenez.
This is a good-looking shot. Early part of this second iron, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie.
Frank's second shot here at 11 is pretty short, but it can be tricky.
It can. The various different levels. The highest point on the green is that back left. It does roll down to that right side, and then, of course, there's the front portion in the middle. So you've got to be just cognizant of trying to fly the ball the right distance. But when that flag is in the back left, to err a little on the left side, not such a bad thing.
Miguel Angel Jimenez has this for birdie. Beautiful touch. Nice putt. Locked in on the read and the speed. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. All right, on to the 12th hole, 442-yard par 4. What do you like about this hole, Frank?
Just a nice par 4 that sort of bends to the player's right. A lot of people will just stand up here, grab the driver. I don't really think you have to do that, Rich. The hole's not overly long. Just something short or down that left side. You're only going to have a short iron in for your second shot.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Good contact, good result. Frank, you think about the great rivalries in sports, the Yankees and the Red Sox, Ollie and Frazier, and in golf, Nicklaus and Palmer. Great athletes, great teams, pushing one another to great heights.
It's amazing how that's gone forward too, because Nicklaus and Palmer really became Nicklaus and Watson. Then there was like Norman Faldo, but some would say that Faldo Ballesteros, 6 majors to 5, was even more important. But in this era that we're in now, I think we're all praying for that Woods-McIlroy rivalry. Woods with 14 majors, McIlroy already with 4. That really is one to celebrate over.
You can't hide the flagstick from that moment.
He is just unbelievable, that never deviated offline.
And Ian Poulter going for the green on his second shot. Good swing, good shot yet again. Frank, another scoring opportunity here with his second shot at the 12th.
There certainly is. Even when they stick the flag all the way in the back, which is the hardest hole location, you can still get at it with a short club. Nice sort of rolling, gentle terrain on this green, so chances are you're going to have a putt with a little bit of break in it. Second shot. Well, that's a little absurd, that, Rich. The shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact. And he's been doing this a long time, all over the world, making birdies. Miguel Angel Jimenez. And it drops for birdie. And getting ready for the putt. Good putt. Par 3 13th, it's 225 yards. Frank, you happy walking out of here with a 3?
Yeah, take a 3, go to the next hole, unless it's match play.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie. This one starting down the right does not look like it's going to draw back towards the flag.
But it will catch the green. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Might be. Could be. Oh, dude, that. What a putt. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Oh, dude, that. Frank, this par 4 14th hole at about 440 yards will test you all the way up to that green, won't it?
Yeah, it certainly will. It just looks like you should bash it over those bunkers down the left side, but the green pitches from left to right. So the best access is actually down the right side, coming in from that sort of right line. So don't be fooled here.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Obviously, Frank, you want to hit good shots at a place like this, but you also want to take some shots. You want to snap off a few pictures because it's breathtaking.
I thought you were talking about big game hunting there, where you saying you don't want to shoot these animals. They're beautiful. No, yeah, it is. It's wonderful to come up here and play golf.
Now one of the best personalities in the game, Miguel Angel Jimenez, ready for his approach.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Now that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's formality now.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Frank, what are we looking at on this approach shot here at the 14th?
This 14th green just built up a little bit. Got to be careful you don't miss this green on the left side. It'll just kick all the way down. Difficult little chip up the hill. Once again, the second shot's not too long.
I'm thinking this is about 110 yards, Frank. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. And rolls it in. Nice putt. This putt for par. Has his par. So a tester from 4 feet. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
And Frank, ahead on the green, you could have a really crazy putt if you're not careful.
This is probably the most undulating green on the golf course, so you do not want to be going in with too flat a second shot.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that, hanging in the sky. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start. This is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got away a little bit on that tee ball.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Didn't hit it in there tight, but still with a good chance.
Yeah, if that's his worst shot at the end of the day, then I still think he's played well.
Ian Poulter going for the green on his second shot. Frank, this one is right and is wrong. So the second of the par four goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Frank, this second shot to the par 4 15th is what you might call a professional's shot. Explain why.
Yeah, there's always an advantage if a better player can shape a shot. So you have a long second shot, but just the way this green is. Notice there's a slightly better entry from the left side. So the better player would try and hit a little fade in there. That might appear the safest shot coming in, but it's going to actually give you the best chance of hitting it close. General run-of-the-mill shot, sometimes you just bash it away over that right bunker, but it's not really the way in which that hole's designed.
Well, Frank, this is something we've seen more and more of in recent years, players just on the fringe.
Yeah, it's good to see. It shows he's thinking. You don't just have to grab the lob wedge, and that's it. Hybrid, putt, you name it, whatever works.
He'll need to be strong with this. Oh, my goodness, he just made that. I cannot believe it.
I was thinking he might get it close, and just a great shot.
Good roll. Solid. That's a par. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Continues to roll it very well all day long. Frank, the 16th hole, 414 yards, par 4, is nicknamed GOAT. Would that be greatest of all time, or is it just because the possibility you could see old Billy out there here in the Canadian Rockies?
I'd like to think it's the greatest of all time. I've never seen a GOAT hit a draw, that's why, and that's what's needed off this tee once again. The first bunkie should easily be able to carry that, and, well, If you're the greatest of all time, this is a fairway you'll certainly hit.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Uh-oh, this one's going left, Frank. And he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Now to the second shot here at the 16th, and Frank, what's ahead?
Minimally uphill, but it actually plays uphill. The reason why is because all that front section of the green rolls back towards the player. So you've got to carry the ball all the way to the flag.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable, that never deviated offline.
Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the hole location from here. He's facing 100 yards here. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
And getting ready for the putt. Are you kidding me?
That looked like it was in.
Well, he's been doing this a long time, all over the world, making birdies. Miguel Angel Jimenez. You'll love them, the birdies, and that's another one. That's the idea. Just knock it in.
Frank, as we make our way to the house, a chance here at the 17th, just 374 yards, a chance for a birdie.
It certainly is. Anytime you see a hole today under 400 yards, par 4 that is, you know you're going to get a short on your iron. You know you're going to get a short iron in your hand if you hit a good tee shot. Just avoid the bunkers left and right off the tee. Green does slope back to front. So it pitches nicely towards you, making that second shot, if anything, a little easier.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
is tasty looking right there from just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Took the big stick off the tee, but still challenging short second shot coming up here, Frank.
A much shorter second shot here on 17, Rich. But because that green's elevated, you've actually got to be that much more precise with this pitch.
And Ian Poulter going for the green on his second shot. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side.
Locked in on the read and the speed. That finds the bottom of the cup.
We'll call that a birdie.
Ian Poulter has this for birdie.
Literally no error in that putting stroke. Good putt.
Well, Frank, this sets up for an exciting finish here at Banff Springs, a 578-yard par 5.
There's just about a bunker in play for every length of tee shot here, so know exactly which one you can carry and exactly which one you cannot reach.
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. That's a bit offline in the rough. Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special.
That's an absolute beauty.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. And about 1 1/4 left to the hole. Good swing, good shot yet again. Frank not close, but from that line, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
This is the third for Jimenez. Frank, this is one of my favorite shots in all of golf. Second to a par 5 finishing hole. We know we have a chance to see some fireworks.
Yeah, that drive has certainly cut this hole down to size. And second shot just a little bit uphill, but you can see this is just green light. Massive entry into the front of the screen.
Poulter has a history of getting on runs. He can light it up with a putter. Here's a birdie putt. In the words of the legendary basketball announcer Marv Albert, from way downtown, yes! Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. And he has it for birdie. Well, Frank, I really enjoyed this. The golf was outstanding, but the scenery was breathtaking.
Canada's just a beautiful part of the world to be enjoyed, to be savoured, really. And on a golf course, unlike a lot of the ones we see today, not overly long, very playable, enjoyable, and a golf course, certainly, that's going to give you a good score.